Hello YouTube, this is Bartley with MTX Automotive. I'm going to do a quick video on the way that I make replacement pieces. I've got to the back of this Mustang and took the quarter panel off and discovered a bunch of rust where there was a bad repair on the quarter panel and it allowed water to get in and things rusted out. So basically this is a piece here that I have cut out, and it went up in there, something like that. So I mean this stuff's really tricky to know where to cut it, and there is really no good place to cut this stuff and patch it because it's hard to get to, and you just kind of got to figure out the best way that works for you. But having said all that, once I get the panel out, I then take a metal marker and mark everywhere that there's going to be a bend of any kind, whether it's here and here, and then there's going to be one right here, and then at that point I come over to, I've got a big I-beam over here, and it's just a flat hard surface. So I'll just take the metal piece that I have, and also let me back up just a second here, because another thing you got to kind of remember in the back of your head is this whole area here is gone. It's supposed to extend out here and then terminate right there where the rest of this is at. So you got to keep that as a mental note when you're laying this stuff out. Same thing here. This comes down a little bit further. This piece here does. Anyway, so I just take my hammer and flatten this out, which doesn't take much for this piece. Okay, so now I just basically got a flat piece of metal, and this I don't really worry about because it's so small. Then I just go and cut the quarter panel that I cut off. It's got quite a bit of pretty good metal in it. So I come over to it and lay my panel out roughly how I want it to cut it, and you can kind of lay it out to where you do the least amount of cutting. So I'm going to use this edge here, and that's going to put that right up there like that. That way I don't have to cut that. So I know I want this to extend out to about right there. I'm just going to draw that out. Come down here like that. And this hole that was here serves no purpose on the inside of the car, other than just probably a weight savings they was trying to achieve. So I'm just going to make, I want that to be filled in just for strength. I want this to overlap a little bit. I'm going to do what's called a lap joint on this. So instead of just drawing this line right up next to the metal, I'm going to come out about a ½ inch roughly all the way down. Okay, and I'll do this all the way around this part of the metal like that. And then up here I know I got this piece here that has to be bent over. It's just small, so I'll just overdraw that a little bit. And then I know I've got this piece that comes all the way out that's gone, it's completely rusted away. So I'm just going to freehand that on out here like that. Okay. And there's our basic basic piece. So you lift that off. So now all I have to do is get my cutting device, whatever you're going to use, whether it be a die grinder or a plasma cutter, whatever you have to cut with. You cut that out, and then you come back and draw where you're going to bend it. And then I just use that same I-beam that I pounded this out on to bend it. Just clamp it down, and then take my body hammer and start bending it, a little at a time till you get it to where you want it. We'll come back over here and I'll show you a piece that I made yesterday. And this piece was taken out. This one was fairly complex. So it went up there like this, something like this, and goes all the way out to the end of the quarter panel. The quarter panel actually attaches to this flat edge here. And as you can see, that was all gone. This is all rusted away. This is where that new piece that I'm about to make is going to attach on the side over here. So when I made this, I cut it along these bends here that I knew I had to split it up into sections so that I could pound it flat to make my pattern out of. So I knew I could pound that flat and I could pound this flat. And just made one long piece, and I tapered that off. Okay, and this one here was the same way. This one was a little more difficult to make this bend in the metal. The patience is a big key there. So this is the piece that I ended up with, that I made. Of course, I just ended up making it in two pieces and then seam welding this in place. And then this is where kind of goes something like that. It'll be welded or glued here, and then comes down and attaches to the rest of the quarter panel here, and then gets attached here to the piece I'm about to make. So anyway, yeah, so it's fun stuff for sure. It takes a lot of time, but you don't really have a choice because these pieces are not available. Unless you have a really good donor car that you can just cut it off of. And if I had a donor car that good, that would be the one I'd be restoring. So yeah, it is what it is. So yeah, that's going to be it for this video, and we hope everybody has a good day.